Yeah, if I was thinking the other day, well, for a while, what my favourite albums actually are, and actually when I drew up a list, and it's not exhaustive by any means, and in fact I'm just adding stuff to it now, because I'm thinking of stuff that I love listening to that I don't necessarily listen to very often, but there's just stuff on it that in one form or another, they had influence you. You just love them as really good albums. So I was listening the other day to Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. Famous for being, I think I'm right in saying famous for being the first mainstream rock band album to be released on CD, as well as vinyl and cassette tape. And for those of you who too young to know what a cassette tape is, ask your grandparents, because there's a very good chance your parents don't even know what one is either. But Brothers in Arms from 1986, Dire Straits, songs like Walk Alive and Money for Nothing. Money for Nothing is just a classic. It's a great rock song. Great playing by Mark Knopfler, great drumming. Sting makes an appearance on it vocally, and I just love it. Yeah, it's a well put together album. It's one of them. It's not really thematic particularly, but each of the songs is some really good. The actual song "Brothers in Arms" is a lovely, song as well. So that's definitely a favourite album. London's Burning by The Clash, just great. Apparently produced by Pink Floyd's drummer Nick Mason. I think I've got that right, but it's a great album. It's again, it's not one that I listen to very often, but really good. The Beatles, almost anything by the Beatles I really enjoy. So I think my favourite Beatles album has got to be Abbey Road. I think to produce, this is 1969, Band the Falling Apart, the Riven by Business Falling Outs. Three of the band want one person as a manager. McCartney wants somebody else as the manager. They're having a bad time of it, but they still managed to get in the studio for a few weeks during the summer of '69 and produce what I think is a really beautiful album. A collection of songs on side one, a medley of what would appear to have been half finished songs on side two. Beautifully put together. Very imaginative, I think. Some great lyrics. Got songs like Come Together, a real cracking John Lennon song. Oh Darling, McCartney. And of course, two absolute legendary classic songs by George Harrison on it, in terms of Here Comes the Sun and Something. But I think it's the side two medley that I really like. You Never Give Me Your Money. Golden Slumbers, I just think so beautifully put together. And then the actual album itself ends with that wonderful track, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. And the harmonies kicking. And, as a final goodbye, wow. I mean, again, to say that they could barely be in each other's company outside the studio, at that point, certainly. Really brilliant album. Yeah, really like that one. Belting. I'll have to think about a couple more and come back to you in a moment.